Welcome to Epiphanies, the podcast, where we explore the breakthrough moments that change everything. I'm Anna Gergen, launch coach and founder of Epiphanies Coaching. And this season, I'm sitting down with people from all walks of life to explore the awakenings, hard lessons, and unexpected epiphanies that shaped who they became. My hope is that somewhere in their story, you'll see yourself differently and have an epiphany of your own. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome Diane to the Epiphanies podcast. I am so excited to have you on today.
I might be more excited than you, Anna.
Oh, I don't know, girl. Diane is a new friend, but you live in my hometown in Irving, Texas. How wild is that? And we got connected through somebody here in Redding, California. What are the odds?
I mean, the world is small, smaller than we think it is.
It is so small. This is so true. So let me welcome our listeners that are chiming in here with us today. So welcome back to Epiphanies, the podcast, where we explore the moments that change everything. Today's guest is someone who knows a thing or two about courage, reinvention, and starting over. Diane Cunningham Ellis is a business strategist, courage coach, trusted advisor, and the founder of a national organization that served Christian women entrepreneurs across the country. She's written 12 books, helped thousands of women grow their businesses and communities, and spent more than 2 decades helping people navigate life's biggest transitions. Don't I know a thing or two about that? What really caught my attention wasn't just your business success, though. It's the fact that behind the success story is a woman who has walked through some things. Addiction, recovery, lost an entire career that she thought would define her future, survived a plane crash? Like, what? And somehow found the courage just continuously rebuild. When Diane filled out her application, she shared that the epiphany that changed her life was, I get paid to be brave.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Damn.
Girl.
Right?
So good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I only
Honored.
recently realized and bought the domain, of course, paid to be brave, because I was thinking about all these different things you just mentioned, the lawsuit and recovery and starting over and yeah, when I am brave, I get paid. So paid to be brave, and that's what I want to teach women. That's what I do teach women. What I have been teaching women is we have to step out and be wild, be weird, do outrageous things without, we don't know what's going to happen. It's just all a big experiment. It really is.
That's true. It is all a big experiment. We're not promised anything. But you have to take the risk. You
Every
have to
day.
jump out of the plane. Yeah. Wow.
Every
Of
day.
the plane. But
I was like, I don't know about that.
I definitely want to hear that story
Okay,
as well.
okay.
But I appreciate that, and I appreciate what you're saying. I think that I have such a respect and honor for people that have been through the trenches and found a way to overcome and be resilient and have that grit and not wear the things that they've been through, right? So,
Well, if we tell the truth, that's everybody, right? I mean, when you and I first had our conversation, I mean, the way that we connect is by sharing things that are hard or different or weird, and everybody I know, when you actually get them side by side or in a secret room, not a secret room, but you know what I mean. I mean, everybody has such stories of overcoming, whether it's a divorce or a problem with their child or a sickness or a diagnosis or a bankruptcy, or, fill in the blank. Fill in the blank, because that's just humanity. That's humanity. And it's how we learn to walk through that. And are we going to stay in the pit? No, I mean, I don't have time for the pit, like maybe for half a day or 2 hours, whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I need to go move. I need to do things. I need to change my energy. Yesterday, I recorded this crazy reel of me hula hooping. Oh my gosh. Why? Because I was in a funk. I
Yeah.
needed to get myself out of the funk. And so what did I do, Anna? I turned on music. I hula hooped on video, put it on Facebook, and then,
Oh, I need to go look at that.
oh girl, I mean, I'm good. And I only did an hour, I only did a minute and a half, but I can hula hoop without dropping it for 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Secret talents.
Secret talents. But then what I did after that, this is the key. So lean in. I I reached out to all, I didn't sit here in my pity pot. I
Mm.
sent texts, I phone called people, I FaceTimed people, I reached out to past clients, current clients, and future clients to say, hey, how are you? Because I know the most important thing for me to do to have my epiphany is to stop thinking about me.
Wow. That's so good. And get connected just in general.
Connect. So the key to every success I've ever had is connection, just connect.
That's so good. Thank you for saying that. I actually just recently filmed to be on a TV show called Defining Moment, and she asked me a question and it pulled that answer out of me, and I didn't even realize it was there because she asked me about grief and what my advice was for people that were experiencing grief. And my answer to her was exactly what you just said. Don't do it alone.
Mhm.
Find somebody, find people that understand, because grief is one of those animals too that you don't want to be in the club, but you need to find people in the club if you're going through it because you don't understand it unless you've experienced it firsthand, right? And
Right.
having someone next to you with you, just holding your hand through it, whether that's literally or, across the country, doesn't matter, is so important. It's so important. And it really expedites the healing process,
It
right?
does. Yeah, and I know you and I both lost a parent right about the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to reach out. We had to like connect with people. We didn't have to. We chose to.
Yeah.
We chose to. One of my coaches, her dad passed away in the last couple of weeks.
Mhm.
And of course, she's tired. It's like those first couple of weeks are hard, really hard. And so,
Brutal.
grace, total grace, lots of sleep, connecting, finding, like you said, and I want to bring up my recovery. I'm in recovery from alcoholism. And the key thing with the 12 steps is we're all, random people you would never meet.
Mhm.
We're coming to sit in a room with each other to recover together.
Hmm.
Recover together from something they never wanted. It wasn't on your vision board, it wasn't on my vision board. Oh, get sober, go to AA.
That what
And
you dreamt of when you were younger? It was.
oh yeah, I was totally thinking, oh, that's going to be great. But I mean, it wouldn't work without everybody sitting there. It wouldn't work at all. It wouldn't. We know, and that's how it's continued to work. The 12-step system, basically a giant nonprofit run by volunteers, that we all come together to support each other, whether you're there day one or day, you're 30 years sober. They say keep coming back. And I just listened to them when I first got sober because they said, come back tomorrow. We have another meeting then. And I said, I will be here tomorrow because I need you people. I don't,
Wow.
I don't know any of you, but I need you because I don't know how to do this by myself. Stay sober.
Hmm. That's super courageous. And it shows how impactful it is to surround yourself with people that can truly understand and resonate with what you're going through, too. You know, I'm in a class every Sunday for a year now on biblical somatic practices. It is
Oh.
so good. We dive into neuroscience and
Mm,
energy and all the things that I just nerd out on all the time. And I bring that up because I've learned a lot about co-regulation,
mm,
how your nervous system will literally, in a biological, physical sense, regulate with other people around you.
mm,
And I use the analogy a lot with my clients about being the thermostat and not the thermometer. So you set the tone, you set the energy of the room. So learning this, I was like, oh, that's science. That's actually real life stuff.
yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
And making sure, because when we're in a crisis or a grief or anything, I mean, the last thing we want to do is drive down the street or log into some weird Zoom thing.
Hmm.
We want to isolate. I want to hide. I don't want you to see I'm having a problem. I don't want to tell you that, my money's gone to hell or, whatever it is. My money, my body, my my brain. I don't want to tell anybody that because I'm afraid, but that's exactly what I need to do is find somebody that's walked through that with before
Yeah, exactly.
and get as close and what you were saying, get as close as I can to them for that regulation.
For that,
Yes.
you can literally that they can help bring you back into alignment, your nervous system back into calm, because
Mm.
they're the proof point and the evidence that you're going to make it too.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? So let's talk about that then. Let's actually go back for you because you have a lot of moments like that in your story, your life story, your testimony that people can look at you and you are that proof point of it's going to be okay in spite of some of the things and the challenges that we go through, right?
Hmm.
Oh, take us all the way back to when you were starting your career and you were a therapist. And what did you envision for your life in those days? What did you think that your life trajectory and your career was going to look like?
Yeah. So I decided to become a therapist because I'd been helped by so many therapists. And so went to, got my master's degree. And I guess I envisioned sitting in a cute little therapy office with my nice therapy clients coming to me and getting married and having children. And, I mean, I think that's all I could see. Like, some cute house somewhere. And a lot of those things didn't happen at all.
Mm.
Mm.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the lawsuit and what happened with that?
Yeah, for sure. So I had a client that chose suicide
Mm.
June 2nd, 1999.
Mm.
And I won't get into the nitty-gritty, but his wife sued me a
Mhm.
year later. Oh, his wife sued me. And so I went through a civil and state. She went after me through civil and state. It was 4 years of fighting for my career,
Mhm.
while also trying to like, how do I defend? I'm defending myself. And oh, by the way, I need to grieve. Oh, and during parts of that, I was also still counseling the wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so way too many things happening, and I was 27.
Oh my gosh.
Mm. And I just need to give that girl a really big hug.
Yes. Oh my
A
gosh. Yes, I
really,
felt that.
a really big hug. She was just so overwhelmed.
Mm.
Uh, she drank a lot. She drank every night.
Mhm.
And um, so once I got through that, I needed to start my career over.
Mhm.
Uh, I couldn't. I was labeled with malpractice.
Can you tell me, because I would totally want to get to the other side of this, but before we do, for those that are out there listening that might be in the pit right now, I'm going through some of those things. Let's talk a little bit about that experience and what it did to you in terms of your identity and your belief in yourself. Can you talk
Mm,
to us a little bit about that little girl that you want to go back and hug and that was drinking to numb herself out and everything else? What was she believing about herself through that experience?
yeah. Ooh, damn. Sorry.
Mm. It's okay.
Believe, believe. So she just for years and years, Anna, felt like she needed to pay the penance, pay the price of this man's
Ooh.
death, and
Mm.
work for free and pay and serve and give and pay, pay your dues by helping and serving and just I wasn't allowed to receive anything back.
Wow.
And yeah, and just this constant approval and I'm an Enneagram 3. Do you know anything about Enneagram?
I'm only the ones about myself, so.
Right. So my Enneagram is all about performance and achievement, performance and achievement.
Mm, hmm.
So I'm so sorry. Um, so I'm trying to perform and achieve, perform and achieve, perform and achieve, and be good enough. What yeah, I need to be better. I need to be, and I certainly, so all of that, of course, is coming into my coaching business.
Yes, 100%.
Coming into my coaching business that I was, trying to start as a little baby coach. But even though I wasn't a baby coach, I was a therapist with a lot, experience. So for my identity, it just really there's a giant trauma T
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that I've worked on many years, many decades now in therapy, in coaching, in healing, in retreats, and prayer and meditation, 12-step programs. And yet it's one of those wounds that it's healed, but it's always there.
Mm-hmm. And so it's always there. How has it actually been a tool for you to use to propel yourself into this next era, this beautiful era, this successful era where you've had so much impact and done so many really inspiring things? How did you kind of shift it?
hmm I think that that's what God's given me as a superpower is this movement, momentum, um, activation. So I feel like I have this infinity symbol of feelings and facts, or feel like your mindset and your marketing. So that I have this combination of, yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to sit in a kumbaya circle. Yes, I have Kleenex for you. Yes, you can talk. We can like deal with that. And okay, that's only a tiny bit. And we're heading over here into the action steps.
Yes.
Or what are we doing today? What do you need to go on a walk today, or do you need to journal, or do you need to go call somebody, or do you just need to walk through Target today? I mean, something just to move your body, move your body. Move your body.
Mm-hmm.
And how can you make a decision instead of staying stuck? Even if it's the wrong decision, we don't care.
Yes. Yes.
Because I won't know if I don't go. So one of my quotes of my own self that I like to say is you don't know until you go. So I learned to do all those things afterwards because I really felt like well, right after the lawsuit, I got a little certification as a life purpose coach because I was searching for my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I was searching for my purpose, and I helped myself find my purpose by helping other women find their purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like every little step on the path that eventually led to those women, some of them hiring me for marketing support. And I was like, I don't have any degrees in that. I don't really know anything about that. And they're like, well, you seem to know more than me. I'm going to go ahead and I would like to hire you. And I said,
Wow.
okay. And so then I mean, it's like follow the breadcrumbs.
Mm-hmm.
Follow what are people wanting and needing from you right now instead of trying to cook something up So creating from my passion, creating from my wound, and then eventually after coaching all these life purpose girls, which I'm still in contact with a bunch today, many years later, I created the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs
Awesome.
because again, I was following it was like, well, I feel like we all need to find each other.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we all? We need to talk. What's working in New Jersey and over there in Oregon? How can we communicate about that so we can help each other? And so I create this thing and it worked. Hallelujah, epiphany moment. But
Yes.
of course, just like everything I've done, you don't know if it's going to work until you actually go forth and conquer.
So true, but you have to try.
Hmm.
So good. I love it. And that goes back to community again too.
Yeah.
Being together. I have a group that meets weekly, the Epiphany Society, and it's similar. It's Christian entrepreneurial women. Some of
Yeah.
them are still in their leadership roles at their 9 to 5s, but they all have entrepreneurial spirits. And it is so powerful just to come together and be in community together. I'm a huge advocate for that. And so thank you for creating that. I know that there's so many people that have been blessed by it. There's a couple things I want to hit on about your story. The first thing that's just like screaming out at me is that part of that piece that you highlighted where you were kind of sitting under shame and condemnation for a while. All that I could hear was that's literally the gospel. Being
Mm-hmm.
invited into forgiveness, being invited into letting it go and just having grace and releasing it, right? And not having to sit and live under shame and condemnation because of things that have happened and entering into that new era. So I wanted to highlight that. And then also you are talking about just getting into movement and momentum. And there's a quote that I like. I think it's Steve Backlund. And he said, any decision made in faith completely trumps any decision made in fear. So just
Mm.
make sure that whatever you're deciding, whatever you're going after, whatever you're choosing, is it coming from a place of faith or is
Right.
it coming from a place of fear? I think that is so powerful and important for us
Mm-hmm.
to to identify and discern, right? The difference. So good. Okay, so then the reinvention happens. You become a coach. You establish this organization. What was scary about starting over and going through that whole transition period?
Everything?
Nothing. I was fine. It was so easy.
No big deal. I mean, let's tell the truth. I mean, I've created a whole business about being, brave and courageous. Why? Because I'm scared all the time, even today.
100. Thank you. Thank you. It's not the absence of fear. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's doing it anyway. It's being terrified
Yeah, all day, every day.
and moving.
Yeah, going, yes. So, all the things scare. I mean, I really at that stage, Anna, I mean, I have nothing to lose,
Mm,
right? I mean, where are you going to go from malpractice lawsuit? I mean, I have nothing to lose. I and so that I think what happens as people get farther into their career, which I've felt this recently, I have a reputation to protect.
oh, wow.
I do have things to lose, uh, and this perception to upkeep. But if that's keeping me from telling the truth, then I need to stop that.
That's so good. Let's sit on that for a minute because that's huge. That's being in alignment.
Mhm.
That's literally when you're not doing that, that's what causes burnout. That's what causes fatigue. That's what causes
Yeah.
depression. All the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So that right there is super powerful.
Yeah.
And no,
Boom.
boom, mic drop. Okay, done. See you later. No. So good. So you've rebuilt things more than once in your life. You've
Yeah.
had all different experiences that you had to rebuild. What did those moments teach you about life, about rebuilding, what it means to rebuild?
Yeah, going through my mind right now is a couple different. So there was the lawsuit that we talked about, the suicide lawsuit. And
Mm-hmm.
then I went through a divorce while I was running a Christian company. And I know that that was a moment of, okay, are you going to keep? I remember I had created the company, the women's membership, and I went through this divorce and I thought, I mean, I was scared. I was just super scared. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay? How am I going to support myself?
Yeah.
And having to basically choose yet again, okay, I'm going to hire myself. I'm not going down there to Starbucks to get a job. I'm listening to God. I'm hiring myself. I'm going to trust. Don't run off, Diane. Don't leave yourself. And
Ooh.
then a couple years later, getting sober while I'm still, Miss Christian coach, and I'm I'm going to AA because I drank a liter. The last time I drank a liter of tequila by
Mm,
myself.
wow. Hmm.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
FYI, that's a lot.
FYI.
That is a lot. And so again, like, and pretty quickly after that, I mean, I didn't post on Facebook that day. Oh my gosh, but I went to AA really soon, and very pretty probably way too soon after that, I came public with I went public with it, which in you get to decide. Like no one can I get to decide who I want to know I'm in AA.
Hmm.
I get to decide who I tell my story to. And so I told some clients first, and then I actually wrote a book about it, put it on YouTube. The book's called Rock Bottom is a Beautiful Place.
Oh, wow. I love that title.
Yeah, we did a 3 series book. So that's one of my books back here.
So
Because
cool.
in my journal, as I was getting sober and flying home from this drunken debacle, I wrote down rock bottom is a beautiful place.
Wow.
And it became this whole, again, it was like I gathered these women became a part of my book. We wrote it together. So we did 3 of these collaboration books where women got to tell their stories. I know, right? So to answer your question, which I don't remember what the
I was
question.
just about to say, what was the question? This is so good. I think I have other questions now. No, it was just about what that taught you throughout life of rebuilding and rediscovering and recovering. Like, what did those moments and those lessons really teach you? And
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah.
I mean,
So
and the
all
title of the book itself, sorry, the title of the book itself is an answer to that question too. Rock
yeah,
bottom is a beautiful place.
it's one of the answers. And if I think about all the books behind me, so one's called The Art of Brave Living.
Ooh.
One book, what my magazine is called Be Brave Today. I have another book called Brave Women Connect. So like these are like my billboards about
Mm.
what I believe. And so I believe in being brave today is the answer. Being brave today, not waiting till tomorrow. I can't be brave yesterday. Yesterday's gone. Be brave today is the key to my entire business, my life, my everything.
What do you say to the woman listening that's like, I want to, but that's scary. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be brave.
So I have a recipe. So it's
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember it. I used to
Mm-hmm.
have it on a post-it note here, and all my post-it notes are packed. So it is number 1, be real.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, get help. Number
Mm-hmm.
3, take action.
Yes. Simple.
And it's simple. We overcomplicate it.
We do.
And and just accept that fear is normal.
That part. It's not an indicator not to move. It's actually you need to get into momentum.
Hmm.
You can't wait for motivation. Motivation, action precedes motivation.
Right.
Yes.
And it
So
goes back
good.
to, I mean, I'm paid to be brave. So, and I'm paid in money, but I'm also paid in experiences. I'm paid in alignment. I'm paid in community. I'm paid in um, love.
So good. And I resonate with this so much because I know I shared with you, I lost my mom in February of 24, feels like yesterday. And I had my dark night of the soul season. And I
Mhm.
had quit my corporate job of 20 years. I had left all my stuff in a storage unit and gotten rid of 80% of it, left all my friends behind, went on this solo road trip adventure and had the best time. And then now I'm losing my mom and I'm trying to process all of this change and all of this transition and all of this stuff while I'm living in my sister's guest room out of a suitcase. What am I? I have no income. A year, three, no, not even 6 months prior, I was a six-figure earner with the title and the salary and the clout and all the things. And now I'm living in my sister's guest room, this loser in New Jersey with no friends around. Like I've got nothing. I don't even have my own things. I don't even have my own furnishings. I don't even have my own anything anymore. Who am I? What am I? What is up? What is down? It
Yeah.
was wild. But the whole time I had this calling to physically move, not even just take action, but move across the whole country, again, by myself to California when I've never lived in California before. But God just kept confirming it through literal dreams in the night. And I would wake up and I'd hear
Mhm.
whispers of this
Mhm.
town that I'm living in and just like knew I was supposed to get here.
You.
And it was terrifying,
Yes, yes.
right? It's not easy, but there's also a sense, if you're tuned in, there's
Yeah.
also a deep sense of peace along with the terror, I think, right? When you know, like, okay, this is it. When God's in it, then there's that goes back to a decision made in faith trumps any decision made in fear, right? So I say all that to also say I get out here and it's everything was unlocked for me. And in
Mhm.
9 months, like I came out of that dark night of the soul season. I'm surrounded by community, which is a huge topic today. I have friends around me. I have my tribe around me. I have all of this ambition that's been pent up for all this time. So now I get to release it. And in 9 months, I launched the international retreat business, published the book, launched the podcast, and it was like an explosion of all this
Yeah.
goodness. But it took courage, a move,
Yeah.
and resilience to get here. So
Mhm.
I totally relate with that. When you said your biggest epiphany was this realizing you get paid to be brave, was there a moment that really hit you, or was it more of a journey into that?
The moment must have happened last December, and here's how I know that. I mean, I've been using the word brave, just everybody's like, "Oh, I know Diane for the word brave." Okay, great. But it was in December that I was piecing some things together, and I was like, "Oh, that's what I do." It was like this drop it in, paid to be brave. So because I'm a wild action taker, I mean, I like to move fast. If I know, I go. I mean, I go and I go lickety split. Like, let's go. We're late already.
Love it. I love it. Yes.
So in December, I remember having this aha moment, go running over, I buy paidtobebrave.com. And then I email my list, which sometimes I don't want to email my people. I'm like, I host a masterclass like the next day because I was like, I need to teach this. I mean, we need to like let throw it all back. I email my people, I give them 24 hours. 12 people showed up live. One of which is the friend that connected. And I said, mostly women hang out with me, but you're allowed to come hang out with me. And it was just like, wow, sometimes I'll, promote something for days, weeks, and months. And it was free. It was free because when I need to teach, I need to teach.
Mm-hmm.
I need to teach and I need to show
Mm-hmm.
people how this is true for you.
Mm.
How we can tap in. Like I have an exercise I would use in my clients. It's called the brave brag. And like to write down all the, there's our resume stuff, but then there's also just the life that you've lived that was really hard. Or, it was brave for you to move. It was brave for you to sit in that, sit in your sister's house. Brave for you to grieve. So this
Mm.
brave brag kind of resume thing, because on there's things that people can't see on
Mm-hmm.
your CV or your resume, and the key is slapping those suckers out on your website. I
Mm.
need you to know that I'm in recovery because it is a key part of what I talk about. And it was
Mm-hmm.
it was very courageous. And now it's normal. But it was super scary at the beginning,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? So all the things that we think are normal now were hard and frightening and we didn't know what to do and we didn't know how to do it and we nearly barfed every day.
That's so true. It's true. Literally.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So good. Okay. We're running short on time and I have to hear the plane crash story. So we're just going to do a sharp pivot because I just need to hear this. What happened?
Okay.
You are a plane crash survivor?
It was a little plain, but I still think it counts.
I think it counts. I think it counts even more, actually. It's like,
Yeah, so in my first marriage, he got his private pilot's license.
okay.
And so he wanted in private pilot land, they always talk about we're gonna go get $100 hamburger, which means you're taking the little tiny airplane and you're flying to a little place and getting out and walking to the Dairy Queen. Basically, that's all it means.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Oh man, I can't wait for those experiences.
So we are going up there. I've only flown with him twice. He's a pretty new pilot. I mean, no shade to my ex-husband. But as we were coming down to get our hamburger moment, there's all this for a Dairy Queen. Whatever what I think it was, what's Halito burger was what I was gonna get. So we are coming down and there's a wind gust, right? I mean, those little planes feel every wind.
Yeah.
Wind gust, and I'm like, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to cause any problems. And I'm like, oh yeah. And he recovers, and then another wind gust, and he couldn't recover. So we are so close to the runway, girl. We're so close to the runway that the plane dips over and hits like the wing hits a sign that's on the side of, one of those signs with the elevation or what, I don't know what they are. And then we start sliding. We're sliding across the runway. We slide across a field. It's very loud. It's very loud. Sliding across the runway in a field. And then we go what's called nose up. The plane goes like this and goes.
Oh my God.
And when it finally stopped, I mean, it's so loud. Metal on, it's very loud. It's very awful. When we stopped, I look up, I'm like, am I alive? See you alive? Are we bleeding? Are we dead? We're both alive. There's no blood anywhere. And I had broken just like my fake fingernail.
Stop it.
What?
You literally just broke a nail.
Just
But
but
you thought you might die in that moment?
oh yes. Oh yes. So we climb out of the plane. And so the plane was totaled. The plane's totaled. So we have to climb out and I mean it was frightening. The plane's totaled, we had to, it's one thing you don't get, I mean we did finally get our burger, but you know, you have to figure out how am I going to get home? We flew here, like is somebody going to drive over and pick us up? Yes. But yeah, it was super scary but it was also a moment of it was actually a moment of like a come to Jesus moment
That's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah.
of our marriage wasn't good
Hmm.
and it hadn't been good for a long time.
Hmm.
And we both knew that, and we were working on that. We were in therapy, but um, it was like, okay, life is short.
Yes, yes.
Life is short. Wind happens, and you need to go live your life, basically. Uh,
Mhm.
and don't waste a day. Don't, yeah, because we don't know how long we get.
That's it right there. Same when you experience a lot of loss and you realize how short life is. What
Yeah.
would you say to the person that's listening? Um, how can they take that lesson and apply it without having to experience a near death plane crash tragic moment?
Very great question. So I've been in another experience like that where we three of us were together and we got hit by a semi truck on a
Okay, I'm not traveling with you.
or maybe I'm just super lucky because like we
You have
walked
angels. You have angels.
away and like that.
That's wild.
But I think the farther I get away from those, like that moment where you're like, oh wow, we start to take things for granted. And I don't want to take things for granted. I
Mhm.
want to make sure I'm living my legacy.
Mhm.
And for the sake of my father who's passed, for my nieces, for my grandchildren, for me. And so it again goes back to be brave today.
Mhm.
You might not be around, who knows about January? You need to write your book today. You need to do your podcast today. What can you do today that is
Mhm.
going to feel a little edgy, a little epiphany-ish,
Mhm.
and really like, oh, that I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, great. That means I need to go.
Amen. You would think we scripted this because thank you for segueing into my current offer that I'm launching.
Sure, go for it.
That is the Pick Your Path Epiphany experience where you launch your podcast,
Yes.
host your retreat, or publish your book within the next 6 months. So,
Mhm.
perfect segue because that's exactly why I chose this as my next offer because we can't sit on these things. I sat on this podcast, no lie, at least 7 years. 7 years. Okay. 7 years. And then finally took action last year in that season of like doing the thing and did all of it at once. And so now I want to help the others that are out there like me going, maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. It's exhausting. You can't
Exactly.
do that to yourself. Take action so that you can actually live the dream and be proud of yourself and know, can you tell us like how that feels for you? I don't have 12 books published. I have one book published. And I want to hear after accomplishing some of the things that you had set out to accomplish or accomplishing goals that you have, right? How does how did that feel afterwards when you finally actually do the thing?
Well, it feels, I think we can get, I think we don't spend enough time celebrating. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of
Mm.
not celebrating enough the moment, the magic, the yay. I mean, getting a book out is like birthing a baby, and most people won't do it. And but we get caught up in the next. And I totally, obviously, I'm a next girl, more and let's go and next. Uh, but I have to be real careful of ignoring the legacy I already have, ignoring the miracles I've already created, and not honor. Like
Whoa.
I need at this moment at my age. I can also get bored.
Yeah.
So making sure I'm surrounding myself with interesting people, giving myself new impossible goals that light me up from the inside, like Holy Spirit fire.
Hmm.
I need to feel some Holy Spirit fire, juju, and like passion, or else it's like, why bother?
Hmm. Hmm.
And there, you get to a point when you've done certain things, it's like, oh yeah, been there, done that. But I don't want to be the cranky old lady like in the church. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh, this is how we always do it. And, we can't have that fancy music. And,
Hmm.
I don't want to be old lady style. I want to be living a living epiphany. Let's go. Let's try that. Let's have an adventure. And I want my people to be doing the same.
Hmm. So good. Amen. Yeah.
Amen, bro.
Yes, 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 and yes. And I feel led to call something else out too before we close because I think there's women listening that are Christian women that are in the bad marriage, in the abusive marriage, in the stuck in the alcoholism, and there's so much shame attached to it that I think that that is so important for us to highlight that you need to be brave for yourself too in those moments and forget what the people at your church are going to think or say when you do, oh my gosh, I feel this, like somebody listening needs to hear this. You need to be brave and choose to live in alignment with your God-given identity and do the things that scare the hell out of you, quite literally, and take action regardless of what the people around you are going to think or say or feel about the decisions that you need to make for yourself. So,
Yeah.
how did that feel for you being a Christian, being known as a Christian coach, Christian woman, and going through a divorce process and then going to AA? Like what kind of lies did you have to overcome in order to do those things?
Yeah, I mean, I really thought that my whole business, my membership would turn on me.
Well, yep.
And then I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in AA. I'm an alcoholic. And it's so interesting. Nobody did. Nobody did. They love me more. And they know, and everybody knows somebody that has an addiction. My gosh, of course. I mean, we're living in an addicted world.
Yes.
There's the ones we see and there's the ones we don't see.
Yep.
And again, I think, and then I wrote the book, these books talking about it, like pouring my guts out. But it is that and now I'm not cussing here, but I call myself the cussing Christian coach because I do cuss and I know that I'm loved and I'm good and I refuse to let shame win. I refuse. I just did a free masterclass called Shameless because it was like I was getting in shame about this year's and my money from this year and things that were going on this year. And it's like I don't want to feel like this. It feels so disgusting to feel ashamed. And
Mm.
so my remedy was leading a masterclass called Shameless.
Oh, beautiful and powerful. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you. This was an honor and a pleasure and a joy. And I'm so glad I got connected with you. How can people find you to also be connected with you?
Yes, they can find me at dianecunningham.com. DianeCunningham.com, or DianeCunninghamEllis.com. I guess I own both. So find me there. I'm on Facebook. I'm on all, I'm doing hula hoop on the Instagram and
So
and
fun.
and reach out. I mean, I guess what I want to say to the listeners, I'm kind of fun. I'm really fun.
Super fun.
And don't be scared. Talk about business, talk about life. I mean, I'm a firm believer that one conversation can change your life.
Amen.
And one connection can change your life. And so I would love to hear from you. So, and thank you, Anna, for having me here on your podcast.
Yes, it was so fun. If this blessed you, we would love for you to like, comment, share, follow. You can find me on Epiphanies with Anna on Instagram or on Facebook as well, or my website is epiphaniescoaching.com. Really appreciate the support. It means a lot when you guys comment. We want to hear how this episode impacted you, and we're both relational girlies. So reach out, connect, get in touch, and thank you so much for being here. Today is the day to do the brave thing, take action, and let's get you into momentum on
So,
following the path and living in your God given identity. We love you, and we will talk to you soon. Before you go, I want to know, what was your epiphany from today's conversation? Let me know in the comments. If this episode made you think of someone, send it their way. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next conversation. Until next time, I love you, I'm rooting for you, and remember, one epiphany can change everything.